Yes, people, and welcome back to the What's Going On podcast and Normski TV. Please hit that like button, smash that like button, subscribe and share if you're new. Another show. What a weekend that's just gone by. A lot to discuss concerning our various teams. I've got a couple of people sitting in the room chomping at the bits, waiting to come out and express their views of how their teams got on over the weekend. So please, guys, hit that like button, subscribe and share if you're new. On the road to 300. I'm only 7 away from 300. So please get this shared around and let's get my number to that magic 300. As I say, there is an awful lot to discuss. It would help if I had my agenda up. I'm dropping off already. So let me find my agenda quickly because then I can't remember what I said. You know what I'm saying? So let's just do this quickly. Right, that's better. Right, yeah. So listen, hit that like button, subscribe and share if you are new. So without further ado, I'm not going to muck about. Let me just get my guest in, and that's Mr. Big D and Mr. Colford Klopp. Hopefully, we may have Ez on the show, and also hopefully Chili. I don't know if he's out in the cotton fields working right now, but if he is, you know, we want you on the show because we need to discuss the fallout of the North London derby. Listen, it's not what I expected, but listen, you've got a lot of excited Tottenham fans, you know, celebrating a draw. You know, that is the history of the Tottenham. It is what it is. But listen, for some people, the neutrals, it was a good game. For me, absolutely frustrating to end up coming away with a draw. So we will go into that. And obviously, I'm hoping that Ez will be coming on tonight. He did say he was going to come on the show after our discussions in our chat concerning Chelsea's money and the way they are spending. And on tonight's show, in terms of what we want to talk about, let's just pull that up, is basically we need to look at Chelsea's... Well, first of all, look at Chelsea's. We're going to look at Chelsea. Who's to blame for the fiasco at Chelski? That's how I put it there. Also, we're going to do our normal Prem review and player ratings. Ref watched. Have a look at some of the stuff. I know Big D might have something to say about certain man's. Well, I think more to do with the penalty that we got and a similar penalty that they didn't get at Tottenham Hotspur at the early part of the season. So I'm sure D did say that this VAR issue will be something that would rear its head anyway, and it would come back up again. So we're going to talk about that as well. And also Liverpool, the quiet pretenders. Will they be the only challengers to City? And the What's Going On prediction result, game week 6, the league table, we will be looking at that, and we've done in that. And also towards the end of the show, D will be just giving us the What's Going On Fantasy League shout out on terms of how people have done over the weekend. Other than that, I think that's really it on that. So, first of all, let me go around the table and just say and find out how people are doing. So, first of all, let's go to Big D. How are you doing? How's family? And how's life treating you?
Family's good. Yeah, everyone's doing okay. Work is a train crash. Right. I can't even go into it because of who I work for. But right. Is
that still the same problem since last week?
Yeah, since a week last Friday.
Oh wow.
Right. You know what I mean? And you know,
so have you been back to work? Have you been back?
I've been back twice.
Okay. It's that deep, is
right.
It?
That's how mad it is, yeah.
All right.
And just to say that for a big corporate, the manager's just ghosted. There's no communication from him at all. And so I one of my colleagues called me today to say, yo, Big D, what we doing? It's always me, you know. What mean what we doing? The royal we.
Was that famous saying by
the
Why
real we.
always me?
Yeah, always me. It's always me, innit? It's always they always want me to be the spokesman when these things happen. And everyone, I take 2 steps forward, everyone takes 2 steps back, and it looks like I'm the one that is saying, like, what are we saying here? But yeah, she was actually send the email to him and say that you spoke to a few colleagues and we need to have a conversation about this because this is not sustainable because it hurts your pocket badly, and they're expected for you to just take it on the chin when it's not an issue with the company I work for, but the company I subcontract to.
Right.
Yeah, so it's interesting times. So, like I say,
that's an off the line conversation.
yeah, and then I just spent like 3 hours in the garden, so my body feels mushy, like trying to trim down trees and all that foolishness. I'm not a gardener. I hate gardening with a passion. I hate it. Oh my lord! Like it's got to get done in it. You know what I mean? So.
Well, the weather's been absolutely brilliant, actually.
It's been mild up here. It's been mild. It rained last
night.
Here
as well. Down here, it's been about in it cold for about 22, 23.
22, yeah.
Oh, we ain't been that high.
Oh.
It's been a bit lower. That's why I did it, because I didn't want to be sweating up myself too hard, but I still want it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you try and do the garden in the heat, you get mashed up in it.
Yeah.
But grateful for life, and I keep living. That's all I can say.
That's the main thing. Give thanks, man. Give thanks.
Yeah, man. All things. Yeah.
Mr. Kofi Klopp, how are we? How's things?
Very well. Been much better in health, and things are looking a lot brighter than they were. Back in the last 3 months. So,
wow. Okay.
Yeah. So just getting there and slowly just trying to get to a place where I can just manage day to day, on the health side. So all this good, and I'm enjoying the new desk setup. So you might not see it at the moment, but
all right, okay. So you're running a new team then, yeah?
I was talking with Anton on Sunday, so he was showing me his, and I was like getting a little bit jealous. So.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, he's got a proper setup, but he has got a proper. You're going, it's like going into a little studio. You know what I'm saying? Proper stuff. Cool. And he's been doing some TikTok stuff as well. He actually, funny enough, I think he did a TikTok. He done like a edit of the North London Derby.
Cool.
So yeah, so I don't know how many views it's got, but yeah,
I have to look out for that.
So, yeah. So I'll have to like get find out what his handle is, because TikTok, all these youngster stuff, I don't get it, bro. You know what I mean? The only thing I know about TikTok is a clock. You understand? so that's all good, but it's all good.
Other than that, looking forward to weekend games and we'll see.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Listen, I'm looking forward to that as well. Big, massive game this weekend between you and Tottenham after our North London Derby exploits. And we will go into it. So, look, without further ado, let's just quickly run through the games and let's big up to Sentiments. What are you saying, bro?
Yo, what you saying,
man? Long time no see, but it's good to have you on, bro. Good to have you on. Listen, we want to talk about the weekend games. I'm hoping that obviously if Ez comes on and Chini comes on, we can kind of go into a little bit more detail about our North London Derby experience, and also to kind of talk about what's going on with Chelsea at the moment, because, bro, it's a bit of a fiasco that's going on there. And the money that's being spent, I know maybe Ez was trying to justify the money. I don't know what you guys think. We're trying to justify the money, but we'll come on to that. So let's first of all look at the weekend fixtures. So let me just quickly, because I don't normally do this, but I think I will do it this time so people can see as well. So let me find the one that I want to be doing first of all. So let's look at this one first. Right, people. So I just said the weekend fixtures. But actually, before we actually touch on the Premier League, we must talk about I would like to talk about my exploits in the Champions League. Being out for 7 years and to come back and do our thing. Arsenal, we played PSV. on Wednesday, last week, Wednesday. Come out 4-0 winners. What a game. Fantastic. Actually, it was a lovely build-up to the weekend fixture against Tottenham. And I thought playing like that, I said, if we play like that, then we will beat Tottenham. I mean, listen, PSV came, they basically played the way they're going to play anyway, you know what I mean? And they're actually going into that game, I think in all competitions, they were unbeaten in like 20 plus games. But they came, to the Emirates, and we basically wiped the floor with him. We had Jesus playing down the middle, and goals from our front three, effectively, or front four. I mean, we had Martin Odegaard scoring in the 70th minute. So I'm just going to kind of work backwards. Gabriel Jesus in the 38th minute. So most of our goals came in the first half. Leonard, what a goal by Leonardo Trossard, making it 2-0. And Bukayo Saka in the 8th minute, scoring his first champion after 8 minutes of making his debut in the Champions League. After 8 minutes, is he the greatest player now? Joe, listen, it was a great performance, absolutely fantastic performance. As I said, we could have scored more goals, kept a clean sheet. David Raya, keeping his place again. So I don't know what the future holds for Aaron Ramsdale, but David Raya yet again keeping his place, and then obviously at the weekend he still kept his place for the North London derby. So listen, Jamie Carragher did have a little bit of a dig at Ramsdale, and sometimes, and D, I don't know what your thoughts is on Kofi, like, when it comes to, and you made a point about it, D, about social media, that it can be a place where it's positive, but on most occasions there is a lot of negative connotations in terms of mental health. People not being able to deal with the cussing and the stuff that's being put on there. And he was asked, Jamie Carragher was asked, or in the post match, and he was basically saying when David Raya made that save in the North London derby, he was kind of clapping and
he's clapping him, yeah.
And basically, Carragher came out and basically said that he's something to the effect of he should get an Oscar for that, because obviously we know he's hurting, and that his dad didn't take kindly to that and called him a disgrace amongst other stuff on social media. Yeah. And then Carragher came back out and said, "Oh, I was only joking," but it was a that's what I'm trying to say. It was a full-on fledged conversation. Yeah, it was a full-on fledged conversation. Listen, don't come back, start backtracking and saying, "Oh, it was a joke," because you was having a full-fledged conversation. If it was a joke, it would have been a one-liner and it would have been all over and done. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So,
and you have to remember, Norman, this is the guy that kept his job after spitting on a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And so there's nothing this guy says.
What's that called?
He's got a reputation for opening his mouth too much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the wrong stuff coming out of it as well.
Yeah, it's like
I'm not talking about words, mate. But yeah.
And so it's hard to take him seriously when in other avenues you'll never kept your job for doing that. And you can be over opinionated even as a sports analyst. And sometimes it doesn't need a comment. At the end of the day, the cameras purposely went to Ramsdale for a reaction, and Ramsdale gave them a reaction. He gave them what they wanted. So allow it. That's how I see it. Because the camera didn't have to go to him, but it did, because he wanted to see. What great save. Let's go to Ramsdale.
Yeah,
it's not the cinema.
Let's see.
We're not at the cinema.
On a number of occasions, if you think about it, on a number of occasions since Raya has taken over looks like it's going to be the number one spot. The camera has always panned over. Anytime made or whatever, the camera's panned over to Ramsdale. I don't know what the agenda is, the media agenda about.
No, it's a form of bullying. It is. It's a form of bullying. It's like, right. This guy's out of favour. So every time this guy does something good on the pitch, let's pan over to this guy. Because you remember when Ronaldo was sulking, they kept going over to Ronaldo. When Ten Hag had to sit him down. It's a form of bullying. I'm not saying what Ronaldo did was right, but what they do is a form of bullying. Just focus on the game at hand and the 11 players or 22 players on the pitch. Don't keep going to the bench.
Do you think Arteta's trying? definitely he's trying to follow the footsteps of Pep in his psychology towards the players in terms of you're getting a bit too ahead of your boots. And
Arteta just needs to be his own man. Yeah, he needs to stop copying Pep because he will never be a Pep. Yeah, the only thing that he could be is Pep's cold man. That's about as far as you'll go. Yeah, it will be Pep's cold man. But other than that, just be yourself. Stop trying to overthink things. And that's why I think, we're going to our game and how we've sort of been sort of playing over the last 6 games. We haven't been as fluid and as last season, moving the ball around and just looking, we just kind of look a little bit disjointed. And I think that's just Arteta overthinking. The only time that we've looked fluid is in that PSV game, where that was like the football that we saw last season. But other than that, at the start of the season, he drops Partey into a right back position, leaves Gabriel on the bench. What's the need for that? I just don't get it. I don't know why he would want to do that. Let me just introduce Mr. JP on there. Man's coming, standing up. Man is not even sitting down. Man is standing up,
You know what, Rose? I just come and say, listen, my missus is out tonight, so I'm making the kids dinner, so I'm going to turn the camera off. Unless you guys want to see me rustle. You guys want to see me rustling up, man.
Let's see you burn a dinner. Let's see you burn a dinner. Let's see you burn a dinner, bro. I'm sure everybody will be happy to see you cooking. Yeah, come dine with me. Yeah, is it one of those ones?
It's definitely not one of them ones, mate. This is
yeah. But yeah, sorry. He just talked. Jay just talked me through me. Kofi, you were saying, what did you say, Kofi?
Yeah, because I look at how Pep treats players, and the way he treated Cancelo is Arteta kind of going down the same route with Ramsdale. I don't see how Ramsdale done anything.
The thing is, there shouldn't be any sentiments in football. If you're not good enough, and maybe under Wenger, we found that he would play. We didn't have players anyway that was good enough to replace our players, and when our players did not play, the first team players didn't perform to their ability. They would continue playing. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. They would just continue playing. Yes. Big up to you, Craig. Part of the manager's job is adjusting to injuries. I'm not sure Arteta's great at that every season, and performances under him has collapsed whenever a few players are missing. Absolutely. Bang on. His in-game management is not fantastic, and obviously we will talk about our North London derby and just the way that all panned out. You know what I mean? His in-game management, in terms of the selection, having Jesus playing on the left, absolute joke. Big up to you, Calvin. Yeah, you must be happy. Calvin celebrating a draw. Big up to you, bro. The trophy is in the post. Yeah, it's in the post. It's coming. All right,
that's funny.
But we'll come on to that.
Can I just comment real quick on Pep, right?
Yeah.
Because I noticed a few. I don't know what comment you guys were referring to. Sorry, I joined late. But so I noticed some comments he made today about Calvin Phillips, right? And I don't know if you guys remember last season, I think it was at the start of last season, Pep basically called Calvin Phillips fat.
Yeah.
Right? He's overweight.
He did, mate. Absolutely.
He basically called him fat. He's overweight, come back training overweight, all this sort of stuff, right? Now, nobody said anything about him doing that. It was fine.
Yeah.
Because he's Pep, isn't it?
I'm about to say that.
I don't think he was wrong to do that, by the way. The man's turned up at training. You're paying the man how much? £100,000 a week. The man's turned up training with a belly.
Yeah. Exactly. You're a professional sportsman.
Yeah.
And that means you got to take care of yourself in the off season, as the Americans say.
That's right.
And that's why I get annoyed when they're saying, "Oh, they're trying to play back into fitness." I'll be like, "Really? You're a professional athlete. You mean play yourself back into fitness? Like you stay ready, don't you?" Well, that's me anyway.
Always, man. You got to be ready. But I just think, you can see sometimes that, a lot has been made about Ten Hag and some of the things he said about Sancho. He definitely didn't call him fat for sure, or he definitely didn't. He didn't have an attack at him or his character or anything like that. He basically just said, "Yo, listen, he didn't train well."
Yeah. I was just one for me. Luton Town will get more points than Abbott scoring goals. You're absolutely right, mate. You're absolutely right, bro. You're absolutely right, mate. But funny saying that though. A couple of things have come out where they said that I think it might have been last week. Haaland has scored more goals than Chelsea since he's joined the thingy.
Yeah.
And
I saw that.
there was another mad one that came out. I can't remember what it was, but
the one from Pizza. Who is it?
That's right.
One of the pizza companies. Chelsea tweeted that Aston Villa were winning 1-0 or something like that.
Yeah.
And Domino's Pizza tweeted back that they've delivered X amount of pizzas, like 800 and something thousand pizzas since Chelsea last scored a goal.
Chelsea are laughing.
You know what I mean? The banter is real, mate. The banter is real, right, man. Yeah. They're looking like a banter club right now. I'm just a pity that Eds is not on to defend his club because obviously, he's been talking about the money spent and that. And I had to go and do some research in terms of, he's saying, Arsenal spent X amount of money, in 4 years, 600 million. And I'm saying, hold on a second. Yeah, right. Okay. Then I went and looked at the net spend of, sorry for going all over the place, but let's tackle this. I looked at the net spend of Chelsea. They're the highest net spend since 5 in the last 5 years of 600 million, followed by Man United 500 million, Arsenal 400 million. Then I think it's Man City 300 and something million, or Newcastle. I can't remember exactly. Yeah, but that was kind of thing.
But Norm, if you look at the managers that us and Chelsea have had in the last decade, right? It's like, so every manager comes in and says, I don't fancy him, and spends money. Then gets fired. Next manager comes in, I don't find him. You know what I mean? So when you look at $1 billion spent, you're like, because you got how many managers? You got how many managers trying to rebuild a team? Every 2 years.
Yeah.
So the spend, and then if you look at that, like if you could actually get into Poch's ear and say, how many of these signings are yours? You're going to find that probably 2/3 are club signings and only 1/3 of them are Poch signings. So it's a wild one. It's wild, yeah.
Yeah. But obviously, as probably got a little bit touchy with us when we started talking about his team.
No,
I'm joking, bad joke. It's funny how all of us are all wearing black tonight. Isn't it? What's going on there?
This is
everybody's
green,
in black. Yeah,
this is dark green, This is the dark green kit.
I know. I still can't work
at the dark green, man.
I still cannot work at that kit, brother.
I love this kit, man. I like it.
I love this game. But listen, let's just quickly tackle some of these fixtures that are up here. So listen, Crystal Palace, Fulham, a 0-0 draw, board draw. I ain't got really much to talk about it because there's no goals in it.
I didn't expect that. Because they both got decent attacking options now. But
yeah.
Board draw.
We move on to the Luton Wolves game. Now, Wolves went 1-0 up in that game. And then I think what happened is they went down to 10 men. Or they went down to 10 men and they went 1-0 up. I can't remember which way round it is. I'd have to actually look at the game. And then Luton equalised and they were pushing to try. Listen, Luton are the whipping boys this season, guys. It is what it is. Luton are the whipping boys. I don't know whether they're going to beat the record of the lowest tally of points this season. Because I think Derby, was it Derby one season where
Derby had a mad one, didn't they?
Yeah, they had a mad one. I can't remember the exact points tally, but you know what I mean.
I think Derby and Norwich have come close to seriously low ones.
It might be Derby that might hold the record. I might be wrong. I might be wrong there. But look, Luton could only muster up a draw against Wolves, albeit that they were playing against 10-man Wolves. And then the Man City winning 2-0. I can't remember who went for this. Who went for this game? Did anyone?
I thought it was you.
It was me. So it was me.
It was you, Norm.
Yeah,
I think you said 3-0.
I said 3-0. I was willing them. I was willing them.
No.
And then obviously,
no. You see this City side, right?
Yeah.
Right. This City side decide to punish who they want to punish. These man blatantly stopped playing at 2-0. It was too comfortable. They could have smacked this like 8-0 easily. And I'm like, I hope they show mercy on whether it be my club or whoever in the near future. If
that is the thing with City. It's like they are not even playing in full throttle right now. Do you know what I mean?
Nowhere near it, mate.
6 games, maximum points, unbelievable.
Yeah, but why do they always get the easier teams at the start of the season?
Well, every team to them seems easy, so it doesn't really matter. It's not about who they play.
No, but the reason why I say that is because of what Pep said in the press conference before the game. He said, "Listen, man, these guys have won more Champions Leagues than we have, right?" That's how he started the press conference. He goes, "No, this is." He was almost trying to say that Forest is a top 6 club. That's why he was trying to tongue in cheek, right?
Pep does that all the time,
and that's why I knew. He knew he could beat them, but I knew he was going to take it easy on them because he felt sorry for them.
Well, they went down to 10 men. Yeah, Rodri. Putting his hand around the neck. I mean, I didn't see the actual incident itself.
It was like a quick choke, Norm.
Yeah,
it was like a jab. He just jabbed him.
Choke, and it's the way the guy went down.
Oh yeah, like he was shot.
He was like he was shot. So I didn't actually. I don't know. Was it similar to the Casemiro? One. Do you remember when Casemiro? Very
similar. They were face to face. There was a bit of a headbutting thing. He pushed him off, and then it's like he was a jab choke. He didn't leave his hands there for a period of time. He just jabbed him in his throat. Yeah. But because his hands were raised through that level.
Well, you know what? To be honest, maybe serve him right for getting the ban, free match ban, because
free match,
it's free match. If it's a straight red, violent conduct.
Yeah, straight red. Yeah.
I mean, he's always got away with stuff. Rodri has always got away with stuff. I mean, against stuff. So I'm glad he's got the ban. But it still didn't make any difference anyway, because at the end of the day, they still come out 2-0 winners, as I say. Maximum points. Sorry.
Do you know what? I was going to say, do you know what games Rodri's going to miss?
So he's going to, because this is the thing now. Does he miss the Carabao Cup? Yes. He's definitely going to miss the match. He's definitely going to miss the He's going to definitely miss the Arsenal game.
And then the Carabao Cup, and then whatever they got after that in the league.
Yeah, so they're playing tonight. So they're going to So he had so it'll be the Carabao Cup tonight, us and
does that count in Europe? I don't think it does.
No,
I think he can. No. Yeah, he can play Champions League.
No, he can play Champions League,
and then he'll miss the next Premier League. So it'd be the cup game. Guys, he'll play Champions League. Miss the next game after Champions League, whatever they got after Champions League.
Right, who they got this weekend then? Is it Newcastle?
Is it Newcastle? Hold on.
I don't know who they got. I don't know who they got.
Yeah, they got Wolves.
Oh, is it Wolves? Okay. What away or home? Well, it doesn't really matter. Matter. Okay, it don't really matter anyway. But they come up 2-0 winners, and then listen, a surprising result: Brentford 1, Everton 3.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that quickly, guys? I mean,
Calvert-Lewin's back, innit? He's back.
The core rates are getting the first goal.
Corey and Calvert-Lewin,
Calvert-Lewin come on. He tried to make a point to the fans, because obviously the last game, or the game where he was wearing the face mask, he got booed. But he come on, got the goal. But they really played well. I mean, look, they went 1-0 up, then Brentford equalised. But then second half they came out, and you know what I mean, they could have probably got a couple more goals. Brentford ain't playing too well this season. We're playing them tonight in the Carabao Cup away. So I don't know what kind of. I know I've heard that Jorginho is captain.
Is it? Right. Well, if you look at it, Norm, I think this is where you're seeing now. You're seeing how they are missing Ivan Toney now. Like first couple of days, you thought, they're actually doing all right, but now I think as it's got going, they're missing Ivan big time. Because not only that, remember, he's the captain as well. So you're missing your talisman and your captain, and he puts himself about. He doesn't mind getting in players' faces if they put in their weight, and now they don't have that. You know what I mean? That's why I say I think they'll be reluctant to sell him, and if they do sell him in January, it's going to be costing you peas close to, I reckon, the 90 million mark he'll go for if he goes in January. Yeah. Even with that short term, because they know that they know what he brings to them, and if anybody wants him, they're going to have to share the peas, man.
I heard Thomas Frank making a comment that he doesn't want to sell him, but it's not my choice. So when a manager starts talking like that, it makes you think like he's gone anyway.
He's already done a deal.
Yeah, he's changed his agent.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So the moment you change your agent, it generally means Yeah, go on.
Go on, Ez.
It's a thing where a club like Brentford, who they're not in Europe, they are a mid-table side. When you've got a player that is worth or can be worth, or someone will pay 70, 80 million, that's out of their hands. The owners are going to go, listen, what we can't offer him Europe, we can't offer, you have to take that. And
plus,
so he has to talk it up. And
but don't you think though, we've been around the Premier League a long time, and we know that a team like Brentford, you could lose your top man for, let's say, 70 million. Well, if you get relegated, what does that actually cost you?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's true.
Southampton have learned that the hard way.
Yeah,
exactly.
Selling all their players. Yeah,
but someone like Thomas Frank, I feel like he can work with. I think he's thinking, with that money, I can actually get in 3 or 4 good quality players that will keep us up. If it's spent right. That's why Brighton are so they will sell anyone, Brighton, because they've got
but Ed, don't you think at some point our Brighton are doing the same model as Southampton? Look where Southampton are now. Do you think Brighton might run out because eventually they can't? Can they sustain that?
Not with this manager. This manager has made Solly March look like a fantastic footballer.
Yeah.
He has.
Lewis Dunk and them, man. Brighton are seem to be a force, and Chelsea's going to learn the hard way in 45 minutes. You know what I mean?
Is that only going to take 45 minutes?
That's just when kickoff is made. You know what I mean? So
Ez was psychologically prepared himself.
Because if you look at the way that Brighton team overran us, it was like, what are we doing here?
Got them playing away still.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And to be honest, obviously they obviously did do too well in their first Europa League outing, Europa League outing. Losing. Was it? Did they lose? Was it 2-1 or 3-1? Can't remember. Was it 3-2? I can't remember.
They didn't respect their opponents.
Yeah.
Watching the match, they didn't play bad. Brighton, they didn't play bad, but I feel like they didn't respect their opponents, and that's why they got bit.
Was it AK Athens they played? Was it AK Athens?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Brighton did not play bad at all. It's just that underestimated them.
Yeah.
I got a soft spot for AK Athens. I got an AK Athens top.
Okay.
Greece once too many, bro.
I went to Greece one time.
Okay, so you thought you just purchased one. Yeah. Okay, well let's move on to bounce back ability, Man United. Obviously, just before we go into your game, it was a pressurized game in the sense that coming off the back of losing to Brighton, then going away to Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
What can
that hockey score?
Can somebody talk to me about? Oh no.
Yeah. Nah, you know what? It's funny, right? It's funny how Sky Sports have gone after this goalkeeper.
Yeah,
right?
It's mad.
It really it's personal, and I don't even get, because he hasn't done anything for them to be going after him like that. He hasn't come out. He takes every time he has to do a press conference, he does it. After the game, when he took the blame for the mess, he didn't go hide in the changing room, and they're still going after him. And maybe they were so in love with David De Gea, I don't know, but it just feels weird how they're going after him now.
Well, the way
just let the man settle into the league.
But
give him a chance to settle in.
The meltdown from some of your fans, like they were sort of saying, "Look, DK, who's out there sitting there, hasn't got a club to go to, whatever. Let's bring him back, blah blah, this blah blah blah." And it's useless. I mean, it was unbelievable. Some of the meltdown.
No, listen to what you just said. Listen to what you just said. A world-class goalkeeper can't get a club to play for. Get out of here. He's not world-class anymore. He may have been world-class at a time. He may have been world-class. There's no way a world-class goalkeeper does not get a job once he leaves Old Trafford. There's just no way, Norm.
Well, he's talking about if he doesn't get a top-class club, he's thinking about hanging up his boots. I mean, at what, 32? Was he 32?
Yeah,
quite young in goalkeeping terms.
And maybe someone like Norwich came in for him and he got in his feelings. That's why he said, if a top club don't come for me, maybe I just hang up my boots. But the truth is, if you're world class, someone's taking you. Even as a backup goalkeeper, someone's taking. A big club is taking you. And so for him to be hung out to dry like that, put this way, I don't like the way United handled it because, you know what I mean, they pretended to sign a contract that they didn't and said, no, we actually didn't sign it, bruh. And this is now what we're offering you. So I think they mugged him off there. But then if I'm world class, I say, you know what, guys, I'm going to bounce. I'm good. And I'm going to get another job. And then you'll see me in a Barcelona kit or a Madrid kit or something. Because remember, Madrid had Courtois injured. Madrid had Courtois injured. And everyone thought they'd go and get him, and they didn't. They didn't go and get him. So you tell me, mate, there was a point when he was world class. He's not world class anymore. And everyone's seen their mistakes and said, nah, he'll do this in a big game when we need him not to. Hence why he still ain't got a job, which is unfortunate.
I'm surprised he hasn't got a club, though. He's not that bad. Not to be out of football. I mean, to be out of the game.
Yeah. No, but Jason, it's more about a top 6 club coming for you or a mid-table bottom club. And I think mid-table and bottom clubs are coming for him. And he said, no, I'm a top goalkeeper. I'm waiting for a top club. And the top clubs are saying, nah, bruh, you ain't got it like that anymore, unfortunately. Father time, you know what I mean? It catches up with you.
Or it could be a case of his salary demands still are way beyond what anybody's prepared to pay him now.
How much is he?
Well, he's not on anything now, but he was.
Well, how much was he on? Sorry.
He was on like
375, isn't it?
Yeah, he was on 375. Yeah, so he
Yeah,
was he was a top goalkeeper in Europe. Yeah, I'm surprised as well. Actually.
Yeah, Ed, you know what? I'm actually guaranteed they did. His missus is not moving to Saudi. I'll tell you that now. She's not, because this was the whole thing. She was bullying him to go back to Spain. And maybe when he had the chance to go back to Spain, the whole fax machine thing, maybe that's when he should have gone back to Spain. She's not going to Saudi. And I guarantee the Saudis came in for him. She's not going there. She's not. Telling her that she can't stand by a man, she can't drink in public. She can't. Nah, she's not doing that. She ain't doing that. And I feel bad for him because he's not washed. But he is mentally fragile now with what's gone on there, because when a big club pushes you aside, everyone sees that. They say he's not good for Man United, and Man United ain't been that great. You know what I'm saying? That's the narrative. He ain't been good for Man United, and Man United ain't been that great. So it's like, who takes a chance on him? Somebody probably will in January. Someone will get an injury, and in January he'll get a call, hopefully.
Look, the thing is, he weren't, like, don't get me wrong, he started to make mistakes more frequently. People were making it out like the guy was,
like he was shocking.
Up, like he was just straight up. They're making it out like he was straight up trash.
Yeah.
Like he weren't.
He's better than Kepa.
He was still pulling off saves. He was still pulling off world-class saves, but then he would be letting in a few. You know.
But you know what? The world is fascinated with keepers that are good with their feet now. Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I do know why to a degree, but sometimes you just need a man that can prioritize shot stopping. That if you're very good at that, we can find a way to play without this playing at the back stuff.
Yeah, but Ez, you know what? You have to remember that City are dominating, and Pep made this goalkeeper thing famous. Remember, Pep fired 2 goalkeepers before he got Edison.
Of course.
Right. Yeah.
And if they're winning everything, they're like, well, everyone's like, well, look what City are doing.
I would argue though, Everton.
We have a full house.
Full house tonight, bro.
Background and everything now.
Yes, I'm repping, mate. I'm proud of the boys.
What's somebody's repping? He said he's going to be in the show. He promised Craig. He promised Scott in the future that he'll be here, and he's here. He's
here with chess, man.
Even though they're celebrating a draw, but that's besides the point.
Anyway, listen, let me tell you something, yeah? Arsenal are the worst for celebrating.
Get out of here, man. Let's go down that road.
Right. Go back and have a look at Arteta's reaction to your goals, and then have a look at Andy's reaction.
This whole thing of celebrating. What is wrong with celebrating? This whole thing of over-celebrating.
There's celebrating, there's over-celebrating. You didn't win the World
Cup. All right,
Cup.
okay. When you got that last-minute goal. All right, when you got that last-minute goal, Kulivinsky got that last-minute goal against Sheffield United, a team that he should comfortably be beating, yeah? You guys were going to the fans as if you won the Champions League.
Could we score the last minute goal?
But you over celebrated. That's what. Yeah, is that not the same?
No,
it's
it's
like
not the same. You got to put it in
on,
context.
man.
You beat Fulham at home and celebrated like you just won the Champions League.
No, you talk about Bournemouth. You talk about Bournemouth.
Or Bournemouth, whoever it was.
Are you talking about last season?
I'm talking about last season.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm liking this blow for blow, man. Let's go, man.
No, bro. Listen. We'll come to the North London. We'll come to the North London derby. But
what are you talking about? Man U, I'm betting.
Yeah, we're talking about Man U. We are talking about Man U, and obviously their exploits in the Champions League against Bayern Munich. Onana. Yeah, some people say, boy, they should bring back the gay. You know what I mean? Nana, listen, take my hat off. He came out to the press, apologized. Went back and apologized to, you know.
But if you look at it, Dom, you look at, okay, he made that mistake for the first goal, but this shows you how fragile we are. 1-0 down, heads go down, and we believe we can't come back in the game from 1-0 down. It wasn't 3-0 down when he let that soft goal in. It was just 1-0 down. And for me, like, that's why I want half of them gone still. Because I'm like, if you can't react at 1-0 down,
the mentality. Yeah,
then you don't even deserve to be in Champions League if you can't react to a 1-0 down. He made a mistake. You saw how long he stayed on the ground for, because he was just like, I can't believe I've done this. I'm going to get absolutely crucified here. And he tried to resurrect it, and we should have got something out of that in the end. But if you're just going to play in little pockets of the game, then what's the point? You know what I mean? And even last night in the cup, he dropped Bruno and Rashford. And I heard man's coming out saying, oh, these guys look more fluid without them. Imagine, how do we look more fluid without Bruno and Rashford? I don't know, you tell me. I don't know. I'm like, wow.
Look, I saw a bit of the game. I didn't see all of it. You know what I mean? But you did look fluid, not going to lie.
Yeah, exactly. I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like...
But people will say now, the narrative is now, oh, well, Bruno and Rashford are, not playing. We look more fluid.
Look. Let's be honest, right? There's a lot of factors to this stuff, right? I watched the whole game yesterday.
Yeah, right? Me too.
It was the best game Man United have played this season, right? No doubt about that. But let's be honest, the bar's not very high this season. We've been absolutely trash, right?
Yeah.
Before that game, if Man United lost 5 games in a row, no one could even argue we were crap, right?
Right. Yeah.
But Palace,
they were teamless.
Yeah, Palace sat back. So we were fluid because they just had 2 banks of 4 and they just allowed us to play about with the ball. And they were hoping that they could catch us on the break. It would be easy to break through like we have been the previous 6 games.
Yeah.
And what was a bit better with us was our midfield was more compact.
Yeah.
They were running. We had Amrabat, who was playing as a left back, but actually,
what was that?
Actually, it's only because of injury.
I know.
Yeah, but he did play inverted.
Exactly.
He
was very inverted. He had more of a free rein, as you saw, but he's got the legs to get back as well. So because of that, the midfield was quite compact. I think it'll be interesting because I think he's got a dilemma now, because
I'm about to say that,
if he's got Mason Mount fit again, right, his favourite is Bruno anyway, and then you've got that midfield is going to be interesting because you're going to have Amrabat to come into the middle of that park with Casemiro, with Mason Mount, with Bruno, with Hannibal hasn't done anything wrong.
He played well.
The thing is, the good thing about that is that you've got legs in that midfield now.
Yeah.
You've got legs in that midfield.
Did Ericsson play?
No,
he didn't play him now. He didn't play him. But this what he'll do, Jay. Like if he's smart, I said, please fix.
Asher, just go and relax, man.
Yeah, he's normally coming from me, isn't it? He's normally coming from me. But...
He normally comes from Big D, but I think he's quite upset about last weekend's result. So that's probably
you should be celebrating last weekend. You were lucky.
Get out of it. Look, we'll come to
you
our game.
were lucky.
And let the man speak. Let JP speak, bro. We're talking about Man United right now.
D was speaking.
Oh, D, sorry.
I was saying, if you look at it, he's gonna try and accommodate, and this is what I think he'll do. He'll play Casemiro and Amrabat in the double pivot he'll play Bruno in the 10. He'll play Mount on the right.
It's not
Instead of
a waste of
Pelletri.
time. That's a waste of time.
But don't be surprised if he doesn't know, Jay.
No, I wouldn't, Dave.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, hold on. As a Chelsea fan, yeah,
Go on.
Mason Mount in the wing will surprise you even more than him playing in the 10.
Listen,
that's where we put up.
But that's what I think. I think he'll play Bruno in the 10 and Mason on the right because, like, if you look at Pellestri's still earning his stripes. So even though I think Pelletri had a good game yesterday, he may not necessarily start.
Do you know what it is? He's not going to give you your step overs and he's not going to beat a man for pace. But Mason Mount in the half spaces is where his work is. Don't ask him to build up in transition and all of that. That's not him. Half spaces, absolutely a different player. You haven't got much to lose. Anthony's out, Sancho's out. You might as well give it a go out there.
But do you know what though, guys? Sorry, just on that game really quickly then, right? Yesterday, you said you watched all that game, right?
Yeah.
Did you see when I think Man United may have been 1-0 up at that point, when the centre half took out Pelestri?
Yeah.
Right? And the commentator said, "Oh, what a great tackle." Yeah. So then I watched the replay again. He took him out. The man didn't get the ball or nothing.
But then, if you look at what they said today, who was it? Who said on Twitter said that? Oh, if that was if VAR was involved in the cup, then he would have gone. It'd have been a straight red. So it's interesting that the commentary was saying great tackle. It's Man United. There's always a level of, you know what I mean? There's always, you know what I mean?
There's an agenda. Just come out and say it, D. There's an agenda, right?
It's horrible, man. It's horrible. And it's not going to go away, unfortunately. And I think because Ten Hag, even today, they're trying to bully him, talk about Sancho. And he just shut it down. He's like, no, we're not talking about Sancho. And I love that. I love that about my manager. Like, don't get bullied by them.
And I know. Hello. I know. Jay has a problem with this whole Sancho saga and how Ten Hag is dealing with it. In the sense that Jay is very much for the way Ten Hag is angling this situation.
Yeah, he has to apologise, man.
I mean,
he has to apologise.
I agree that he's got to apologise, but I don't agree with Jay where he says that because he's a manager or he's a boss, he gets to do what he wants. And
no, but it's bigger than that, Chile. He's taking care of him. He's taking care of him last season.
He has,
Chile. But you still went out in the press and said that.
But what's wrong with that, Chile? Because you remember,
managers, he's airing out the man's business, saying the man don't train well and what.
That's not what he said. If you listen to what he said, Chile.
What did he say?
They asked him the question, "Why was Sancho not in your squad today?" And he said, "Because I don't think he didn't train well this week."
Yeah.
Now, you told me what's bad about that. Your manager might be now looking for other ways to motivate you. The man's put his arm around you. The man's fined you. The man's cussed you out in his office for being late for training. He's looking at all different ways to. Then you go. So think about what he said, Chile. He didn't cuss him out.
I hear what you're saying.
And he protected him.
He wasn't rude to him.
He could have said that to Sancho, though.
But he has said it to him, Chile.
Of course he probably has, mate.
But then he's got to keep saying it. You can't go to the press and say it and then expect no backlash.
No, Chile, listen to the difference. I told the press you didn't train well. I didn't attack you. I didn't attack your character. I didn't tell him you're always late. You went to the press and told them I'm a liar.
Yeah, that's wrong. Yeah, that's wrong as well. But I just don't think he should have just not said like what he done today. That's what he should have done then.
So what we said at the beginning of this call, right? Actually, so when last season Arteta said, not Arteta, sorry, who does Arteta like to be again? Think he is again? Pep. When Pep said when last season Pep said that Kevin Phillips is fat, overweight.
Yeah.
Where's the big press about that then?
No, that was wrong as well.
No. What I'm saying is, why is that not been made a big deal? That's worse than 10 times worse.
Because if you look at it, Chile, if you look at it,
Phillips didn't come back and say something. That's what made the story. The fact that Sancho.
But Chile. all right, okay, Manchester United is your company. You're paying this young man $350 a week. This young man is staying up till 3 a.m., 4 a.m. playing Fortnite and all their foolishness. Can't make a 9 o'clock training.
Do we know that though, Dave?
Allegedly, can't make. If right, Kofi. If Ferguson's here, he's gone already.
Oh, he's gone.
Ferguson just banishes him to the under 21 that says,
Then that's what you should have done. You don't bring it to the press because then you're opening the door for him to talk to the press. All right, what he said was wrong.
You're not, though.
You are, though, because it's lead by example. You can't
say
but if he's the boss, he's allowed to say that, and you're not.
Yeah, but it's lead by example as a manager to say, I have the hold of this dressing room, because otherwise everything would just be like up in the air.
Yeah,
right.
Totally agree.
Listen. When
Fergie, either of them should have said anything to the press.
The manager must have the right to try a different ways to motivate his team, his players, pull his players into line.
You tell me once when that's worked. Where someone's gone and had a go at someone.
Well, Jose did it. Jose did it to Joe Cole, and it didn't seem to cause no problem.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, when he was doing all
that. Joe Cole used to go and get his head down. Joe Cole went and got his head down.
It did work when Pep said about Walker. Walker said, "Right, I've got to get my head down," and he got his place.
Do you see what I'm saying? So it depends on the mentality.
I still don't agree with it though. I think if you put it in the press, then that's up to you what happens afterwards.
It depends.
Yo, Chili. Listen. So Ferguson kick a football in Beckham's head, split his eye, right? Now, Beckham said in the press something like there was an incident in the changing room, right? Now, Beckham didn't really talk to Fergie for over a year after that thing there, but Fergie still picked him because he came to work and did his job, regardless of that falling out. Sancho needs to just, even if you don't mean it, just say, listen, boss, boy, things got out of hand, I apologize.
I said that to you the other day. I
agree with that 100%. How many times have you hit? Of course, how many times have you had a little tiff with the missus, right? You think you're right. She thinks she's right, but sometimes I just say, you know what, love, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
exactly. Right? Because I just squashed the thing, man.
Because I want peace in my yard.
Yeah, what peace in the yard, man.
That's it. That's why I said that he has to apologise, Sancho.
Yeah, just apologise and move on.
It still doesn't get away from the fact that Ten Hag brought it up in the press.
Okay, let me say this to you. Right?
No one's going to like
what Ten Hag did that cause a problem? Would that cause a problem in the dressing room? No. What he's now doing would cause a problem in the dressing room. I think it was Andros Townsend. He said like he did stuff like this, right? And after a couple of days, he would sit down and think to himself, "Wow, I was wrong there," and he'll apologize. This has been weeks.
Yeah,
this has been weeks.
I'm not defending Sancho at all. I'm saying that you can't say that Ten Hag's got a right to do that, and Sancho hasn't. But Chili, he's a manager. You can't go to. That's dirty, man.
Hold on.
Say that the man didn't train good.
Chili. As recent as last season, where Rashford missed
if you're a team good manager, you could do it in-house.
No, but by minutes.
Like you say, all right. Would Ferguson
let me land on this one. Let me land on this one. As recent as last season, Rashford, overstepped, whatever he did, he missed the team meeting for the game.
Two minutes.
Yeah, he dropped him. And when he was asked why is Marcus not in the starting lineup, he said he was
disciplinary reasons.
And then when I asked
Rashford, which makes it sound a lot worse than it was, right?
Yeah,
disciplinary reasons.
And then when they asked Rashford, he said, yeah, I came late. I was late. I should have been here, and I was late. And Rashford came on as a sub and scored. He didn't get in his feelings. He said, I'm messed up. He came on and scored. When they asked him about it in the press conference afterwards, he said, I was late. So the gaffer was like, I'm not starting. He said, I had to take it. He's the gaffer. So he should talk to his mate Jaden and say, bro, relax. Go in there and apologize. And get them in the team.
You're arguing a different point to what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying, two disciplines. Your
best ever manager Ferguson would not have done that.
Yes, he would have. He's done it.
Yeah, he would have.
He
Yeah.
would
Yes,
have
he would
started
have.
the-
Yeah, he did it with Roy Keane.
He would have.
Nah, he done it with Roy Keane. He done it with Stamp. He's done it, Chile. Fergie done it. No, but he called them out in press conferences. He called them out. And he even said to Beckham about, you got to give me another year. Beckham got stroppy. I want to go now. You give me another year, you can go next summer. And he talked about that in his book, and he talked about that in a press conference. So Sancho's got to grow up. We're paying him a lot of money.
I
paying him a lot of money for him not to be
from
performing.
the get-go, Sancho's got to apologise.
Yeah, but he thinks he's bigger than the club.
And move on.
This is what Sancho feels. He has enough of his mates in that club that will down tools on Ten Hag to get him fired. And the new manager, trust me, the new manager comes in. He's banking on our form.
I'm not down in tools for you, Rasta. No, I've got.
I'm just telling you. He thinks that if these not down tools because they're supporting me, he gets fired. New Gapper comes in. Normski comes in, takes over. Normski says, "I'm paying $350 a week. He's got to start." And he's back in the starting lineup.
Player power has just been so outrageous over the last.
I'm not down in tools for none of you lot. Let me tell you.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. He's hoping if he can get them on side. Then
yeah. You know the Rashfords, like you know, basically a lot of the players have come. If you can get them on side, and they say, yeah, it's Jadon's good lad. He's been wrongly done by. Yeah, we ain't playing for his gaff. We get him out because you think about it. Last 2 weeks I've been Ten Hag out. Been trending on Twitter. So if he had got fired, if United had been reactionary to what the world was saying and fired him, Sancho wins because he doesn't have to apologise. And then they say, well, he can't be out in the cold on that kind of money. Get him back in the first team squad, and he's back eating his dinner. He can't even eat dinner with them, you know. That's how messed up.
He's been banished from all. He's been banished from
food with them, man.
Yeah,
no rice and peas and jerk chicken.
I'm also hearing that. I mean, obviously, Ten Hag is digging his heels in because I'm also hearing that.
No, but he has to.
That Man U could get fined for their doing this. But I don't know how true there's like legal ramifications to this. But it seems as if Man U are going to dig their heels in. They are waiting for Sancho to do what is right by the club.
What? As in get fined by the FA norm?
No, I don't know if it's the FA or what. But
all right.
That's something that I just read. Kind of came across the other today. Funny enough, it was today. So it
wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
probably the players' union have looked into it as well.
I think the club must be looking into it. The club must look into this sort of thing. Because I'll be looking to sack his blousing, mate. That if I was them.
But that's it. Can they do him for breach of contract?
Yeah, I'll be looking to sack his blousing, bringing the club into disrepute or something.
Yeah, exactly.
To sack his blousing, mate.
So the thing is, at the end of the day, as you rightly say, Big D and everybody here on this platform, I'm sure he just needs to suck his pride in and just go apologise, get his head down. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Do what you need to do. Come January, then a decision has to be made on his future. Does he stay? Does he go? The likelihood is that he's probably going to end up going, and there'll probably be a couple of clubs lining up, waiting.
How much would you pay for him?
What sort of money would you get? I mean, you're not going to get. You're not going to
pay for him.
70-something.
7%, yeah.
That's why they can't sack him, Jay. You can't just sack £70 million, man.
No, that's. But do you know what? You got to work out. I'm paying the man 350 grand a week.
Yeah,
exactly.
But then in January, you've got to see if you can get a 40-50 for him. And
we're not going to get that though, Chile.
No, probably about 35 maximum.
Yeah. Well, what's 35? He's on
Arsenal bought Declan Rice for 105. You'll get 40 for him.
Listen, anybody can get anybody. Listen, we would have spent 65 on adverts, and look at
exactly.
You know what I'm trying to say. But just quickly, really. Listen, it was a big game. Obviously, I said you scored. You look at the scoreline 4-3, but it was flat. I mean, listen, Bayern Munich could have scored more goals. But you end up losing that game. You go into the Burnley game, obviously under a little bit of pressure. You need to go and get a result. I mean, if you had gone there and say got a draw or lost, do you think that the pressure would have even mounted more on Eric Ten Hag and what's obviously
it just gives more fuel to Sky Sports and Talk Sports, doesn't it? Just gives some bare content and and the views. You know what I mean? Because like I say, it is a form of bullying where they're just going to keep their foot on Anana's neck, keep their foot on Ten Hag's neck. The Sancho thing. If Sancho wasn't an English player playing for England, I think it would be even worse. If that was a Pogba standoff rather than put Pogba there instead of Sancho and see how toxic that would have been already, or more toxic than it is now. You know what I'm saying? Like he banished like what's name say carrying the buckets for the stadium to catch the water. You know what I mean? From the roof. But if that was a Pogba, mate, it would be toxic. I mean, a lot more toxic than this.
Just to kind of finish off with the Man U subject matter. Listen, Johnny Evans rolling back the years. Right, he got a goal. He had a goal. He had a goal this land. But what an assist! Johnny. What an assist by Johnny Evans
with his weak foot.
Weak foot as well.
With his weak foot. And
what a goal! One of the goals of the season.
Brilliant goal by Bruno.
Absolutely fantastic. You know, and listen, you come out 1-0 winners of that game, and the pressure is slightly off. And then to sort of wrap it off, you know, you beat Crystal Palace, who just didn't offer nothing yesterday. Did not offer one diddly score. I saw Rob Holding in that scene, and I said, mate, that is your level, if not less. Because bro.
He was in the team, wasn't he? Yeah, he was in the team. Rob Holding.
They were terrible, absolutely terrible. But
I didn't think about that name when he said Rob Holding. I went, Rob Holding. I'm trying to figure out.
He's at Crystal Palace now. He's been sold to them, not even on loan. I think we sold him for about $1 million with add-ons. Yeah, to take it to 2 million or 3 million.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? But listen, Johnny Evans, even after the game, they were interviewing him, and I think it was Rio Ferdinand was there, and he was the mad thing about it was when Rio was playing the last time, and they were sort of trying to remember the last time Johnny Evans got an assist was when Rio Ferdinand was
playing for him.
Oh, so, wow.
You know, mad, absolutely crazy. You know, absolutely crazy. But yeah, listen, good defender. As Calvin said, he was a good defender. He's 35 years old.
Yeah.
And he played really well in that game. Not gonna lie, he absolutely played really well in that game.
Yes, Jay.
As I said,
we got, man.
Take it easy, Joey.
Have a good one, guys.
All right, man. All right, yeah. So it was absolutely crazy. But listen, you go on and win that game. So we move over onto the Sunday games. Brighton beating Bournemouth 3-1. I think they've got up to third place now in the league, sitting in third place. Ez is not even here. I don't know what's happening because he's having connection.
His connection dropped out. Yeah,
connection problems. He's having connection problems. But listen, Liverpool, look, Ez team, I don't know what to make of them in terms of how they are playing. A stat came out that in the last 35 games, their average points tally was 0.8. Wow. 0.8 per game. 0.8 per game. So that means, that I think it was Jason Cundy was saying on TalkSport that means that for every year that they got, say the 35 games that they played and 38, that they would have ended up being relegated on a number of occasions.
Goodness.
They looked at previous like years, like Premier League years, and said like that year they would have been relegated in that year. I think it was like 3 or 4 times they would have been relegated. Wow. And this is how bad it is. And listen, you would have expected. Well, I don't know. Would you have expected Chelsea to beat? Hold on, is Ez back in? Ez is back in. Okay, I think Ez is back in. So, are you there, Ez?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're talking about your team now.
Yes, I'm ready.
Chelsea, yeah, we're ready. Ready like Freddie. Chelsea 0, Aston Villa 1.
Say that again one more time for me.
All right. Okay. Guys, gonna play a bit of charades, yeah? Anyway, listen. Ed, over to you, bro. Over to you. And before I hand over to you, the question is, who is to blame for this fiasco at the Chelsea?
Cool.
Well, let's do the background then. So yeah, I've done this in the group chat yesterday, but for the listeners online and everything like that, I'm just gonna go through some of my squad. All right. So I've got Enzo, 22 years old. I've got my Caicedo, 21 years old. I've got Gusto, 19 years old. Colwill, 20 years old. Noni Madueke, 21 years old. Cole Palmer, 21 years old. Jackson, 22 years old. Conor Gallagher, 23 years old. Anyway, I'm going to go through all this list. Lavia, if you want to bring him in, 19 years old. Leslie Ogochukwu, 19 years old. Am I expecting kids to bring me a title, lads? Am I? Is anyone? And I know everyone's going to say, oh, but you spent $1 billion, yeah? You spent how much? But they're kids.
You got to expect something.
No, I can't.
You should be not winning a title, but you should be up there.
I can't expect. It's these kids didn't get asked to be bought for 50 million. It doesn't change who they are. It doesn't change who they are. You know what I mean? I can buy a Ford Fiesta, yeah, for 50 grand. It's not gonna do 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. It's just not gonna do it. It's not gonna keep up with the Bugattis. It's just not gonna. So my point is, no, Poch ain't to blame. And I think we've got to look at our recruitment strategy. We've got to look at that board, Todd Bowley, and at the beginning of the season, you could say, cool, it's a gamble, because if it all goes well, which you're asking the heavens to align for it to go well, but you can't criticize it until you see it come to pass. Last season, you could say, they just bought the club. It was the wrong manager. This season, they've gone and bought another 10 players or whatever, and you can see it's still not working, whatever their thing is to buy young, unestablished players. Some of these guys have not started 20 games for their old club. Enzo played 16 games for Benfica. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Cole Palmer hasn't started 3 times for Man City. He hasn't even started 3 times for Man City. Mudryk only played 20 games, at top flight. All these guys haven't even got embedded into. So I can't expect. I know the world's expecting because of the money side of it, and I get that. I totally get it. But I'm inside this and I'm looking at it and I'm like, hold on a minute. Some of these men haven't even scored 10 goals in a season. They haven't scored 10 goals in a season.
So why are you buying them?
So say again.
Why are you buying him then? If you haven't even
potential, Chile, we've bought all the money.
Yeah, but if he hasn't got 10 goals in a season, there's no potential there.
No, but there is because when you're looking at a player's technical ability, they've got the technical ability, but mentally. You can't buy that. It's time that takes them to get there. It's different when you're looking at all these other players like Saka and all them man there. They've had time to bed in. Foden, he's been around some of the best players. David Silva and all them man that's been before.
But then, how long will the fans bear this frustration?
I don't know. For my peace of mind, why I'm not here with my glasses on. I ain't got the glasses on because I've accepted it. I've got kids. I can't expect kids to bring me top 4 straight away. No way. I can't expect it. You know what? Some of them can't even believe they're in the Premier League. I can't believe I'm in the Premier League in a Chelsea shirt. Some of them can't believe they're here. Some of them still got mum at home. They've left their mum in Portugal and Brazil. They ain't even here yet. They ain't got visas and all that. You know what I mean? They can't stay here long. So some, Mudryk's got people in Ukraine fighting in the war. Do you know what I mean? It's insane what we're expecting some of these guys. Enzo said his wife has only just come over. You know what I mean? He's been here 6-7 months.
Okay, so
your recruitment's bad, man.
It's insane, Chile. It's insane what they expect. As I said at the beginning, you go right. If this comes off, everyone says it's genius.
Yeah.
If it
this
comes
is where
off,
it's a massive risk that they've done.
Massive risk.
If it's not poor excuses, these are facts. Tell me where the excuses are. These are facts. You tell me who is seasoned in my team. I could tell you 2 players that are seasoned, and that's Sterling and Thiago Silva. No, these kids didn't get asked to be bought, Asher. None of them got asked to be bought. I just told you, half of them can't believe they're in the Premier League. They can't believe it. oh my God, I've just been bought for 100 million. I can't believe it. You know what I mean? Caicedo's just retired half his village in Ecuador. He can't believe it. Do you know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? He can't believe it. So it's gonna take a good. I need to get used to this, and I'm already starting to get used to it. To be honest, I don't expect to beat Brighton tonight. They're kids. It's a run out. It's a run out. Every match is a run out. And don't get me wrong, Poch has done very well with these kids because we haven't looked bad. What we lack.
I mean, you have one
against Villa. You had enough chances against Villa.
Yeah, exactly. You had one of the highest XGs as well. You know,
look, Kofi would tell you against Liverpool that they were lucky to come away with a point. Okay, that first game.
What are you talking about? Lucky? Come on, man. It was a good game. It was a good game. Game was too hard. It was Stamford Bridge.
Kofi, you have to be honest, my friend. You've forgotten because you're having a good time at the moment. You've forgotten that game you should have won. All right, yeah. I'll go on to say against West Ham, we scored that penalty. The game changes. We missed the penalty. The game falls out of our hands. Okay, it comes down to mentality. These youngsters, you know, we're looking around. Who's going to take the penalty? Do you want to take it? Oh, what do you want to take it? All right, I'll take it. Oh,
you've got Nicholas Jackson like that. What 5 years?
Michael Jackson up top.
How much did you pay for that guy? Ez, do you know?
Who Jackson?
Yeah,
I think it's about
30 mil.
Yeah.
30 mil.
Yeah, it's not a lot of money, is it, for a striker?
I'm not dissing you or him, but he don't look like the one to me. I don't think
he's just not ready. It's not his fault. He's carrying the Chelsea on his back. You know what I mean? And guess what? There's no one on the bench that is going to bench him.
And if you deep it, the likelihood is that Chelsea will splash the peas on Ivan Toney in January.
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't be surprised if Toney goes to Chelsea. Yeah, because they need a clinical goal scorer because they are creative.
Every game we've played, we've created more chances than the opposition. Every game, every single game that we played this season has gone that way, and it has come down to key moments. It's come down to key moments where a striker or a player, not even just a striker, somebody takes ownership. At the moment, everyone is looking at, oh, Jackson, are you going to score? Okay, if Jackson's not score, tell me where the goals are coming from. I'm just going to name you my attackers. Is Mudryk scoring, guys? No. Nope. Is Madueke going to score for me, guys? No. Broja's on the injury table and Kunku's on the injury table. I've got a youngster that's 17 called David Washington from Brazil. I don't even know if he's got his visa yet. He ain't scoring goals.
I think he's still in the White House.
There you go. You got it, Norms. Sterling, I'll be honest. Sterling, even if he did score me 10 goals, that ain't enough. Yeah, even if he scored 10, 12, 15, even 15 goals ain't enough if everyone else ain't chipping in. Looking at my midfield, Enzo, he ain't a known goal scorer. Caicedo, he ain't a known goal scorer. And that's 200 million right there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you know what? Yeah. You know, with all of this said, Ez, you said all these figures and stuff like that. It's facts and whatever. And you're only got to look at the screen here to see how this is costing you. Yeah? 21.1 million pounds per point.
This is it.
That's mad. It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Even if you want to run with this young project, they got to look up to someone. They got to look at someone setting the standard, and maybe the best part of my team has been my defense. Do you get me? That's been my and maybe that's no coincidence because Thiago Silva's in there. Without Thiago Silva in there, we're losing some of these games 3-4-0. I promise.
But can you say that the sell-off of likes of Mason Mount has also contributed to this as well?
And Havertz.
Oh, I forget Havertz, please. Havertz still don't even know if he is a footballer. I don't even know. You know what I mean? He's still.
Please don't bring that name. Please don't bring that name.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. No. Anyway, Havertz. Look what Havertz has done. He's taken us over there. But I don't think it's the sales. It's just the bad recruitment. You know, the truth is, you don't sell your house before you know where you're moving, right? You know, and it's not that these guys that were sold, I think they were rightfully sold, but you have to go and then buy someone equivalent or at least equivalent or better.
Yeah.
And these guys we bought, I've got no doubt a lot of them will make it. In fact, I think every single one of them, there's a player in them. There's not a player I look at and think, there's no footballer in there. But are you ready now? And the answer is no. So each week, no matter who we play, I'm not expecting a win because it just depends. It depends. It depends if the opposition is going to be worse than us or if these youngsters are developing at the level that we need them to develop.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Going back to yourselves, you sold experience, and that's what you seem to need.
We did sell experience. You're right. But at the same time, if someone's offering me 20 million, 25 million for Koulibaly, who didn't particularly rip up tree trunks last season, I'm taking
he scored against
taking the money. Yeah,
he did. He scored in that game and then did not much after. You know, if you're gonna offer me 65 million for Kai Havertz, trust me, he scored 6 goals in his best season at Chelsea. Take it. You take it. Mason Mount kind of didn't want to be here. You take it. Kovacic didn't want to be here. City came knocking. You take it. You know what I mean? These are not just random sales. They were like, you know what? If we don't do this now, this might not ever come to pass. But you then go out and you go and get me. Go and pick up a Watkins. All right, not a Watkins.
Ollie Watkins. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Ollie Watkins. Yeah, I'm like, you can't sleep on him.
Players out there, the Newcastle guys. Who were the two? There's Isaac and the other guy, Wilson.
Yeah. There's strikers out there, and like I said, this way I feel that you guys will just look at that and say, you know what, this is not working out goal wise.
No, they're going to splash
because pay the Ivan money.
We're lacking the goal. Look,
would Ivan want to come to? Would Ivan? Look, I know money talks, but would Ivan want to come to Chelsea? I think
if the groundwork is put in, like the groundwork you put in with Rice, yes.
If the groundwork
stays in London around his 17-year contract.
Nah, not returning. Not returning. He's seasoned.
Ivan looking at it say, I want Champions League. Chelsea not going to offer that for a while.
But we don't know what he wants.
But the thing is though, if you look at it, it's coming in January, so I don't think it really matters. If he was coming in the summer, then he's going to say, I want Champions League. But in January, he's probably thinking, if I can help these guys to Champions League, then boy, because remember, there's 5 spots this year.
In the mud. If they're 14th,
5 spots.
15th.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of factors to the Tony deal.
And who else comes in for him? Because, like one of the guys down there said, all our teams are looking at him. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
No, exactly. And he's coming back with a point to prove. He's coming back with a big point.
Yeah.
So I think who talks up the biggest game and who maybe talks to his entourage. He's got a new entourage now.
Yeah, you got.
So I think it makes sense that he would, in terms of if you look at the situation with Chelsea, because obviously in Arsenal you've got Jesus, Eddie, and Nketiah. But you know what I mean. And so will he look at that? No, that's what I'm saying. Will he look at that and say, "Oh well, am I going to get into that?" So listen, you're getting there over Eddie. Absolutely. Absolutely. But what I'm trying to say, it's almost like in Chelsea, there's a place where it's waiting.
He knows he will walk in.
He's not going anywhere to sit on the bench.
Exactly.
He's not going anywhere to sit on the bench.
He hasn't even got to move house, so I don't know if he's got kids that are at school.
I mean, Arteta came out in his post-match after and saying, "Oh, you know, we're not looking to add any strikers."
No. The problem Arsenal have in January is you're already fighting FFP. You're already on the brink of it. So you would have to sell significantly. Maybe if you can get rid of a Nelson or Nketiah,
which ain't gonna happen. That's
the thing.
Yeah. So we're just gonna have to go with what we've got.
And I'm only reading off a financial report that came out today from the Athletic Norms that it's your FFP after the Havertz deal that is really gonna mess up, because you got him on big bread as well, Havertz.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And Declan Rice is also on big bread. So it's kind of like your books have kind of done a weird, where you've managed it well over the years. You've gone big, which rightfully so. I think on Rice side it's working out. Not sure on Havertz. We'll see. But yeah, you two going for Tony, you'd have to say wait till the summer.
Yeah, and try and move some pieces to accommodate.
Hey, me too, Asher. Look, guys, quickly, because just before we move on of Chelsea, you know, I'm not gonna. I might have to get my boots out, yeah, because the way these guys are buying up the place, yeah, and you know, I've gone from playing 3 centre backs to today against Brighton, we're playing 3 left backs.
Wow.
3 left backs. We're playing Cucurella, who was out the door last month. You've got Chilwell playing right back today, yeah, and then you've got Matson playing attacking.
Doesn't Chilwell normally play left
back? Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
No, that's not. No, I've got another left back in the 10.
Kofi, why are you so quiet?
Yeah?
No, I'm just looking at something on my screen. Don't worry.
Yeah, what are you looking at, Kofi? Why are you so quiet?
I'm not...
Speak up.
Just my charts. I'm just looking at my charts.
Oh wow! Wow, Kofi, you got something you want to tell us? Oh wow, Kofi, you sure?
Yeah, I'm all good. I'm all good.
You're good, yeah.
Yeah.
You can put some investment in Arsenal, yeah.
No. Liverpool are playing live right now. That's all.
Right.
I'm digging for gold.
Is Liverpool on TV?
Liverpool's losing. That's what Liverpool is.
Yeah, that's what we've been trying to say.
I know.
Are they losing?
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to hint at.
What's the score?
1-0 to Leicester.
1-0 Leicester.
But Leicester playing away at home.
Away.
Okay.
But I've even checked this. I've even checked the lineup. So
well. Listen. Well, look. Okay. So, Ez, listen.
Yep.
So, I suppose let's just quickly go back. Summary. So, in your opinion, right? How does this get resolved? And I did ask who was to blame. You said Poch. You know, he can only work.
It's not Poch.
No, I'm not saying it's Poch. I'm saying Poch has only got to work with what he's got because obviously the owners have gone and spent this, gone on this wild spend. Or is it the players? Is it a combination of the combination of the three elements?
I think the players are honestly doing the best they can. You know what? Do you know what I can say now? Last season, I would come on here and say, I don't know what system Potter's playing, don't know what the plan is, don't know what the formation is. And that was Potter. Potter had a different lineup every week. Poch, I can see what he's doing. All right. And I can see what he's doing. And we've played well every single game. The difference is we haven't got the killer up top. We haven't got the killer or someone to take the ownership of where the goals are coming from.
I mean, Lax just needs to establish his own spin on Chelsea, really.
He's got it. That's what I'm saying. We're playing well. But he doesn't... Okay, you see like how you can tell in all of your clubs, yeah? Arteta can call over Saliba and say, listen, for the next 10 minutes, everything, no nonsense. He can call over Erdegaard and say, let's stop playing passive, let's get it forward. In fact, if the shot's on, take it. Yeah, he can do that. At Man United, Ten Hag can talk to Casemiro. Say, Casemiro, look, get a goal for us, please. Yeah, let's stop messing about. Get up there. Bruno, take some ownership. Yeah, you could do the same at Liverpool. Salah, listen, mate. Yeah, you know what the deal is. If 10 minutes... At Chelsea, you just don't have that guy. You don't have it. You don't have that guy. They're all too young. They as I said, the first 10 minutes of the game, they cannot believe. They cannot. I'm telling you.
Let me just say this, and I saw this the other day.
Yeah, but after Maddison knocked you lot back, you lot all came out and said, "Oh, he's too old. We don't want him anyway."
No, he didn't.
No, not me. Not me. Not
you.
I was going to say. No, I said I wanted him.
No, Maddison. Maddison did not knock Chelsea back.
I definitely wanted Maddison.
You back. You went in for him, and he said no. He's going Tottenham, and then you said he's too old, and now you're saying that your team's too young.
We said no to Neymar. What made you think we wanted Maddison? We said no to Neymar. Are you joking me? Chili? All because of this age thing. We said we don't want players over 26. Madison's over that, mate. He's 26.
He's 26.
Yeah, but then the thing is, if you look at why there's a little bit of imbalance, is it because the likes of Kante had gone? Because you have Kante in that team, it solidifies a lot of things.
Of course.
Well, you got Thiago, right? It was touching
he's
38.
The only one. And if you look at Thiago,
you got Reece, and so you got Reece on the injury bench. Chilwell just come back.
Yeah.
So you haven't got a lot of people. There's a lot of players that you've let go, and I remember you saying on a couple of shows. No, Sterling as well. But I remember on a couple of shows ago, as you said, look, bro, listen, bring it, come. The money's coming.
No, I don't take any of that.
And I want every one of these players out. Yeah.
Still
every one of these players out.
But what I'm saying is, if you're gonna do it, you have to bring in the next person that understands. I would have taken a Ward-Prowse. You know what I mean? I would have taken.
And he's doing really well for West Ham.
I would have taken a Tillemans on a free. Tillemans.
If you look at Ward-Prowse, look how late he went in the window. I actually didn't think he was going anywhere.
Yeah,
I think he went in the last week, and I'm thinking, no one's looking at Ward-Prowse just for free kicks, corners,
just
and
for the free kicks alone.
You know the bad thing about it. Everybody's got this notion that that's all he can do. He's actually got
no. I'm not saying that. He's clinical at that, Norm. He's clinical at the corners. He's clinical at free kicks.
Just for the free kicks alone, you would think that someone would come in for it.
I hear what you're saying. You know, everybody. I'm not saying that that's not the case. I'm just saying that sometimes when you hear people, pundits, talk about Ward-Prowse, it's almost that's the only thing he's got in his locker and nothing else.
Yeah. So because they're hating on him, Norm. They're hating on him. Because you have to remember, he was the captain of Southampton. He wasn't just a regular player. So straight away, he's got leadership. He brings you leadership. He brings you a certain skills that bare man can't do.
And he's not starstruck. When he sees Salah and Salah, he's not going to go, oh my God, that's actually them. 19-year-olds are going, I cannot believe that's Kevin De Bruyne. Wow.
You know what? For a moment, I thought he was going to speak in tongues.
I'm playing against
I saw my man speaking in tongues right now. But no. What I saw, sorry, it's true. What I saw when your players came out, I can't remember what game it was, and literally they looked starstruck.
Wow.
I said to my son, "These guys, like, bro, we're here,
bro." I'm in the nicest way. Jackson from Senegal, when he gets a chance in front of goal, he's already thinking about the tweet he's going to put out, and then on Instagram, and then he's already thinking about. Do you know what I mean?
And this is the problems. This is the problem, guys. Social media. And I think Jane said it on our chat, and I think I don't know if Chili said something to the level that these guys, they just all want being patted on the head, and you know, if you tell them you're not playing well, listen. I wouldn't say Wenger. Wenger was a quite ruthless man, whereas Fergie would just tell you in your face, yo, you know what I mean? And they wouldn't be able to handle that. They would not be able to handle that.
You see when
they're fragile, mentally fragile.
You see when you've already got 50, 60 goals at any level, whether that's in Netherlands, in Spain, the idea of scoring is a little bit more relaxed. But Jackson's got about 20 goals in his whole career. So when it's a tap-in, even if it's a tap-in, it's already going through, oh my God, this is the moment.
So Ez, let me come back. Let me rewind because you was really a happy man when that money was. Listen, I would love to have that kind of money to do what you guys are doing. Because I think if we have that kind of money, if Man United had that kind of money, if Liverpool had that kind of money, if Tottenham had that kind of money, we would be doing something in the league.
Exactly.
Right? Now the thing is, Ez, you've gone and brought out all these potential, right? And in your heart of mind, would you just hoping, God, I hope this works out? Honestly,
I'm pretty
with all these players that you brought, influx of players that you brought in, would you hoping? I mean, obviously you got like injuries. That's mad at the moment. Your injuries are mad. Yeah,
crazy.
So
no, in my mind, it's a matter of time because these men are good footballers. At where they're coming from, you've seen what Cole Palmer can do. You know, at City, scoring in them clutch moments for, you know, Super League and whatever. You know what I mean? I think these guys, it's just a matter of time. Therefore, I'm still excited. It's just that we're 5 games in?
Okay. Let me ask you a question, Chili.
Kind of like...
I mean, sorry, not Chili. Ez, let me ask you a question. I know you're excited, but if this continues on, at what point would you be saying, bro, something has to give? Now, listen, the owners ain't going to walk away from this.
No,
there's only one person.
They're going to sack Poch.
Poch needs to stay.
Ez, what I'm trying to say. Okay. Let me. Okay, right. So there's just, and this is not being. Go on. This is. Hold on, if I can find it. This is not banter. This is just the reality of the reality.
As a little comfort for you, he wasn't good when he first came to us either. You got to give him time, man.
No, I agree, Chili. I'm not on Poch. This run is insane. This run is
right. Crazy. So just look at this run, yeah. So I'm saying, right, you look at this run here, guys. Okay, so tonight Chelsea v Brighton. I don't know what the score, if it's still 0-0 or what. Okay, followed by that October the 2nd, you go away to Fulham, big West London derby. You then go away to Burnley. That's going to be tricky, but I feel that you should get something from there because they're defensively, they're not that brilliant. And I think company needs to kind of take that team and kind of tweak it a bit because I think they're a bit too open. Then you look at Arsenal. We come to you on the 21st of October. Yeah. You then go. You got Brentford, right? Brentford, you might get some because Brentford ain't playing too well at the moment. We're currently 1-0 up, as Ashley was saying, at their ground as we currently speak. Then you go away to Tottenham. You then have Man City at home, Newcastle away, and then Brighton at home.
Do you know what? I'm going to say something outrageous. You see, as long as we don't get relegated, it's poaching.
Wow. That is mad. You're prepared. You're prepared.
No, because it's not his fault. These owners have set him up.
I agree, it's not his fault, but if you were to finish 17th,
you could bring Pep Guardiola, Chile. You could bring Pep Guardiola. Yeah. Half of these players, Pep Guardiola wouldn't even watch train, bruv. Yeah, because they're young. They're not even the players that are exciting. Look, think about it. Does Pep just about rates Foden sometimes? That's what you know what I mean? So what I'm saying is you can bring the most philosophical manager, whatever you want to call it, yeah, with all the tactics and These men need time. These young players that you have brought in need time. The only way this gets better, or the only way my expectation for Poch changes, is if in January you go and buy me another 3 players, but experienced ones. Go and get me Tony. Go and get me a centre mid that is 27, 28 of the caliber of Bruno, of the caliber of Madison. Go and get me three players of that caliber in January. And then my expectations change. But whilst you've got a bunch of under 22-year-olds, just don't get relegated, and you have to give them time.
That's fair enough, you know. That's fair enough. Yeah.
The sad thing is, you're probably the only person in the country that thinks, only Chelsea fan.
That's just me being realistic. These men need a
you've
good
had it so nice for 20 years. You've had it, and for this to happen, your fans are gonna be furious.
Chile, we used to sign players like Fernando Torres. We used to sign players like Eden Hazard.
Hernan Crespo, them man there.
Shevchenko, Robin. So what I'm saying is,
Robin,
if you're signing man of that caliber, I expect the league, Champions League, top 4. But if you're signing me, Leslie Ugochukwu, Carney Chukwumeka, Lavia, who's 19 and got relegated last season, then don't expect nothing. Sanchez, that was out of favour at Brighton, is my first team goalkeeper. Do you understand? You can't expect these things. You can't. And that's just me being real, no matter how much is spent. You get me? As I said, I can go and auto trade.
But then it goes back to why didn't you go in for Kane? Why didn't you get a midfielder?
Because and that's where so this comes round 360. When no one's asked me who's to blame, it's the ownership.
Definitely.
It's true. No, listen, what's up? It's true. We've created this problem. We have to deal with it.
Man's price is going a bit high. Get some base back in.
No, listen. All I gotta say. Look, I've been nice to all the other fan bases, but with all of this banter, beg you win something this season. I beg you. It's over to you. I beg you. No. It's over to you. Yeah, since you wanna, if you think top 4 or whatever it is, bragging rights, win something this season.
I don't think. Listen, bro.
It's the hope that kills.
Let me tell you something. Yeah. Listen. At the end of the day, I'm happy that you're going through this. Yeah, understand? Because, bro, I ain't gonna lie. But listen, I've got to look at my club and what we're going on with at the moment. And there's a big drop off. There's a big drop off on our side. Bro.
I got told the location of the parade for your title win last season, and I turned up. I was there. I couldn't find no one. I was there. I was there waiting. You know what I mean?
Don't let me excommunicate you from this show.
Listen, the only way, this is my final remarks. The only way this gets better if they go and find me Roman Abramovich again, and he comes back, and we're back again.
So in other words, you want to change the bonus?
Yeah. Well, listen, if they bring back Roman, I would all day. Top boy, there ain't nothing on Roman. You mad?
But I mean, as you said, like the directors of, there's no real establishment in the directors of football.
Nah, not right now. It will be there when these men are 24, 25.
What's with the sponsor on the shirt?
What's going on with that? It's just
today. It's been done. It's been done, isn't it?
Oh, it's been done now.
Yeah, it's been done.
Yeah. Who is it? We'll have it for the Fulham game.
Who's the sponsor?
infinite
have hope.
athlete.
Have hope.
Hey, listen, it's quite a good deal. 40 million for a season. It's all right.
Is it early learning centre?
Yeah, we just done one with.
I do what Chili said. Chili said early learning centre.
Early learning centre.
Hey, listen, it's a bunch of kids. This is what I'm saying. Listen, guys, I'm not getting onto a bunch of kids. I'm not that guy. I'm not. But they're 19 and 20, but I'm not doing that. You lot can do that. I ain't doing it. Ain't fair. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, you lot make your choice, innit? My gun's on safety. 19 yeah.
Oh, sorry. But listen, I better shut up because, boy, you know what I mean. Let me shut up.
Yeah. Good idea, no.
Right, listen, quickly. We're moving swiftly. Right, Liverpool 3, West Ham 1. Question of marks in. Liverpool, quiet pretenders. Will they be the only title champions? Will they be? Over to you, brother.
So, look, we've started this season strongly, and I've always said every season Liverpool need a good mid-season. If they don't have a good mid-season, then we'll see like the frailties of defense, and in every game that watching so far this season, there are frailties in that squad. The midfield is playing all right, but even in the West Ham game, look, McAllister was giving away passes. McAllister was giving away passes. Slobside was giving away passes, and there's still things that need to be sorted out. But as long as we continue to, we got strikers at the front that they can score goals from all angles. So I think, and we've always been challengers to see, so that's not changed. I mean, it is.
I'm going to say you've always been challengers. What do you mean you've always been challengers?
Where did you finish last season?
Hey, listen, second yourself, man. Second yourself about you've always been challengers.
No.
What happened to you last season, brother?
You have to. Go on, Chili. Go on.
You guys have not even got to the final game this season to even come and tell me that you guys are worthy challengers. Get to the final game of the season and close it out. Or even get to the point where you're scaring City to say that, Liverpool could win it on the final day.
Yeah, because if you look at it, if you look at it, if Pep's being honest, Pep is only concerned about Liverpool right now, just because of your attacking options. Your attacking options are ridiculous.
Definitely.
Like because I look at that your 5 attacking options. And all them mans can grab at least 15 goals.
No, you're right, D. You're right because
and that's scary.
Arsenal is one injury away from their attack being a problem.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And that's why I say that Liverpool is injured. Yeah. If this Haaland goes down, if this 21-year-old kid goes down, imagine 21-year-old kid, we're done out here.
Yeah. And the thing is, for us,
we can't rely on Anthony Martial. Right. Liverpool have got 5 attacking options, mate. 5.
Yeah,
and all of them are fairly clinical.
That's the reality. Yeah, they're stacked up front.
They're well stacked, almost top heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As our man said, the pretty with big things.
The only thing I'm worried about is injuries in defense because obviously Van Dijk is not really cutting it as much.
I think he's finished.
And
well, you can thank Pickford for that, can't you?
You got
that was an awful tackle, and he got away with
Gomez, it. You got Matip, Gomez. They're on their last legs.
Yeah, Gomez is shaky, isn't it?
Okay. So I've asked the question. Are you the only one that are challengers to Man City this season? Because right now, I think Arsenal have pretty much dropped off.
No, there's three teams where I say, and even United can come back into it. It's not even that. They're where they are. I mean, they're not playing as well as they should be. But come on, they're in Champions League. They're enjoying.
I absolutely hear that. And like you guys, you're playing tomorrow, not Thursdays, on a Thursday night, Everdale Farm and all that. So
been there, done that, Norm.
you know what I mean? We've been there, done it. But
I don't
what
mind.
I'm trying to say, what
It's
I'm
a break.
trying to say, is your squad big enough to be doing that?
No.
And challenging for the Premier League.
We all know the stingy owners that we have. We've never had a big enough squad to say, yeah, we can chop and change 2 or 3 players at a time and come in, you rest for a week or 2. And we don't have that. We know that. And that's always going to run as it is, as long as we got FSG. Go on, FSG.
But you know what, Kofi? If Klopp is smart, right? Klopp plays in the Europa League. He plays his stars for either 30, 45 minutes. Hopefully, get a 2 or 3 goal lead,
and then
take them off, and then they're still fresh to push in the league. That's how I would do it, because I expect Liverpool to win the Europa League.
But I don't think Klopp will ever see it like that, because his main priority is the league.
Is the league, yeah.
So he's going all guns blazing to try and catch up and win another league title before he decides to say, I've done what I can to take Liverpool to where I probably feel they should really be.
I mean, he's obviously governing, governing another rebuild, as you can see. And at the moment, it looks like it's on track. As I said, just the defense. You know what I mean?
And the thing is,
your midfield and your front lot is fantastic, but it's the defense that you've got to worry.
And if he brings in two defenders in the January transfer window, obviously you might end up overpaying. But if he does that, then Liverpool are still a problem with that. That they can still cope in Europa and keep the pressure on City. If City think they can run away with it, I don't think they're going to run away with it this season. I think they'll have some tougher games than they did last season.
I hope so. I really do.
I don't think they'll run away with it. But as we said, they haven't got out Sergei, have they, really?
Like I said, get a decent right back to challenge Trent, and then maybe push Trent into midfield where he wants to play. Then, it'll give us more stability. Probably still needs another centre back because of the legs of the guys there.
Yeah.
And I don't know about Tsimikas. I'm kind of like confused. Does he have a place in the squad? Because Robertson sometimes can be a little bit erratic. And I don't know. I feel he needs a run of games in the squads, because he can really challenge Robson if he has a decent run. But, it is what it is with a manager. He trusts who he trusts.
Yeah, he trusts Robinson, yeah. And the thing is, Robinson has proven himself to Klopp.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, so in the sense of, I'm not just going to cast you aside because I got a new shiny toy. And this guy will have to, like you say, when he gets opportunities, show Klopp that I'm better than Robinson. You know what I mean? I think that the time to do it is for him to just rotate smartly in the Europa League. And I think you not got the biggest squad in the world, but I think you got enough there that you can shift a few pieces and make some early subs when you get ahead, because you'll play some bang average teams that I expect you to dispose of within the first half. So
just to quickly finish on this, in descending order, who challenges Man City?
Liverpool and Arsenal. Still, for me.
Okay.
Yeah, Liverpool. I don't know which way. I think probably finishing. Yeah, Liverpool, Arsenal. I'll go with that. And Tottenham.
That's a good shot,
I think Chile's going to be your best friend. Chile's going to be. I think he's only saying that because he's played him this weekend.
But no, it's the same thing, right? Like, people are saying that Tottenham look a bit more fluid without Kane.
Well, proof is in the pudding.
Kind of hard to
give you a little stat about Tottenham. We've got exactly the same points this season as we had last season. the same amount of goals scored, and I think we conceded 3 more last season. But it's almost identical to where we were this time last year. So
and having Kane leading the line. And having Kane leading the line. Right.
Yeah.
But I think that Liverpool will be the only ones, if you want to call it challenging, to challenge them. But I think that City are going to romp it.
You think again? You really think so?
Yeah. Ooh. They started so well, man.
Yeah, and sometimes City in the past have started slow,
exactly,
and then had a like 16-game run unbeaten and all that madness.
Yeah.
So for them to start well is a little bit alarming.
That's what I'm saying. You know, the thing is, they don't want to be catching up in mid-season, like from when they go to do their World Cup.
That's right.
Games. So they want that strong start. So when it comes to December, when they come back and it's like full flow, then they're still like just ticking away.
That's right. They have to go and play the World Club Cup.
Yeah.
Right. There you go.
Yeah. Well, listen. We'll see what happens. But listen, you've got a massive game this weekend away to Tottenham. That will be another massive test for both sides, because both sides are playing really well. And you know what I mean?
Come on, Chile. I'm looking forward to more punches in the ring, man.
But just quickly before we nearly done, just to say, Newcastle 8, Sheffield United 0, and they were away. Sheffield United, bro. I don't know what's going to happen with their manager, mate. I mean, I think the owners have come out and said they're still backing him, but when the time they start saying they're backing him,
but you got to look at who they've played, Norman.
Yeah, I know that, but Sheffield United and Luton, and then it depends who's going to be the next team to follow them down. Because at one point I thought Everton, the way they were playing, they might be the likely team, but I think Everton has kind of sort of found a new lease of life. And playing quite well.
I'll be in a relegation battle at this point, and if these men are that bad, then these man, Poch can take his time, innit?
Well, that's a point actually, because I think there's 3 other teams that are worse than you.
Just it's not because Chelsea are anything. It's just because they're that bad. Luton are terrible, and Burnley need to figure out their ideas quick too.
Very quick. Company. You know what I mean? I don't want him to go. I really want him to succeed. I don't. Really want him to succeed.
If you look at Vincent as well, he's trying to play the similar football to what he played last season. And I don't think he can't do that. And surely he realizes that now after this opening 6 that you got to change up a little bit. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you could be you could be fired by Christmas, which I wouldn't want. I don't want him to get fired. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm assuming. Is he saying Arteta? Arteta won't. Yeah.
Until they get a proper strike.
I don't think.
What do you think of Raya, Norms?
Look, the first couple of games. I mean, the last game he played, in fact, kicking wasn't all that brilliant. I think he could have done better on the second save. Sorry, not the second save. The first time when Tottenham equalised. Where he could have punched it, but he kind of sort of parried it onto the crossbar, and then it came back out. The ball was still in play, and Maddison turned Mr. Saka, and basically gets an assist, and Son, who scores 2 goals against us. It is what it is. It is what it is. And
so why did Saka do that? The darts thing.
There's this banter thing that they got between them and him on England.
England duty. Right. Okay.
That's what it's all about.
I was like, I don't know what was going on there.
Okay. So it's just a bit of banter. But I think when they asked Maddison, he turned around and said, "Well, mate, his action wasn't that brilliant." Because they asked him about his celebration, he said, "Oh, his action wasn't that brilliant." And then another occasion, he said, "Oh, well, he couldn't be that good because I turned him." You know what I mean? This is in the sky. Yeah, I'm trying to say. So it's a bit of a madness. But let's move on. That's the last game. 2-2. I mean, ultimately, I look at it and say, you know what? It's a fair result. It could have gone either way. I mean, Chile ran me during the game, And you know, we looked at it and said, you know, I mean, first 30 minutes of the game, Arsenal looked on top, but the thing about this was the amazing thing, because I was watching, I was thinking, boy, I started getting a little bit worried here, because I'm thinking, bro, we're closing them down, we're playing our game, but they just insisted to keep playing their game.
Yeah,
I thought they were going to implode.
Just stop with it.
Implode. Yeah, and Ange said he's going to come there and play his football, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah,
exactly what he did. And for me, I think Arteta, in terms of his selection, playing Nketiah down the middle, playing Jesus out. Listen, when Jesus played down the middle against PSV, we looked more fluid. He's played Nketiah down the middle.
Yeah, because he holds the ball up better than Nketiah.
He did nothing. Nketiah did nothing in that game.
Yeah.
Apart from nearly break a man's leg.
I was going to say, he should have been sent off in that.
He should have been sent off, and I absolutely agree. He should have been sent off. When I saw it, I thought, my God, if that man's leg was planted, man, that's his career. That's a career-ending tackle. Yeah. He ended up coming up with a yellow card. He was lucky.
Yeah, slack, wasn't it? Slack, yeah.
Yeah, lucky.
And you don't like to see that in the game, because it's very them nasty tackles, man. I mean, come on, man. And the players know what they're doing when they do that as well.
Yeah,
they think they can get away with that.
The thing about it, and as I said, I was talking to another Tottenham guy earlier today, and we was assessing the game, and I was just saying, like, Ange is his own man, yeah, and there's no pressure. There's no pressure on him. Do you know what I mean? He comes out there, he get the players respect him. You can see that the players respect him, and he's got them playing a different brand of football. That, like, I'm thinking, bro, do you know what I mean? The only thing I'll just say, I was listening to Daniel Levy. And I know Chile will agree with this. Like, you know, he said, "What do you deem a success?" He said, "I just want to see my team play beautiful football." Come on, it's got to be just more than beautiful football, man. I know, yes, you've been put through Conte and
Jose,
you know, fossil football and all of that. You know what I mean? It's fluid football. I saw fluid football there. And the team looked quite balanced. And Maddison, what a player! I mean, as I said,
I like him.
Listen, we bought Kai Havertz for 65 million with whatever added. We could have got Maddison and Basuma for that money.
But if you see Basuma right now, Basuma's he's like a brand new player, Chile.
Yeah, he is.
Absolutely.
He's like a brand new, because he was just being shackled before this.
That's the right word. That's the right word.
And I'm watching him now, and I'm saying, we should have gone for him. You know what I mean? I think I said we should have gone for him at the time. Yeah. And he went to the guys, and I'm saying, what's going on?
Listen, we've been linked with Basuma for time. And then that old little scandal thing came out, and then we kind of stepped back. But listen, fair play to Tottenham. They went in there, got him. And he didn't work out under Conte, because I don't know what Conte was doing.
He wasn't playing him in the right position.
Didn't play him, didn't think,
and telling him about make sure you keep the ball and retain the ball, not letting him do his own thing.
Yeah. And as I said, Chile, I don't know what your thoughts were on the game. Did you think it was the result kind of sort of said it what it was, a 2-2, or do you think, I don't know.
I think we should have smashed you 6-0.
Oh,
it was a fair result. It was a fair result.
Actually, talking about it. It's Martin Kelly missing a big chance here. Listen, all those wingers miss big chances.
Hang on a second. Let me just address Asher, because Asher's there chatting something. Asher, you're saying about Rice and Partey, right? Didn't Rice go off because he was scared to play against us?
Oh, get off it, brother.
Zuma was wrapping him up, mate.
He was injured. Let's get it right.
Sure, he was.
He was injured. Let's get it right.
Some said he bottled it, no. Some said he bottled it. I mean, I hope not.
Get out of it.
He didn't have the minerals.
Yeah, he didn't bottle it. He didn't bottle it, bro.
Man said the minerals, you know.
But listen. It is what it is. Yeah, look, we was disappointed to get a draw.
Yeah.
Tottenham celebrated a draw. Fantastic. It is what it is.
No, hang on. It was a great result for us neutrals.
We went away to the team that's meant to be the second best in the country at their ground, almost nicked it, but got a draw. Of course, we've got to be happy. Why would we not?
Yeah, but that's
the exact reason why you're not happy, because you were meant to spank us And this was a big reckoning.
I'm disappointed. I think there's a combination of stuff why I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed with the selection, the way Arteta went about the selection of the team. I'm disappointed that he's got Saka literally playing on one leg. Yeah? The man was limping. Yeah? Now he looks like he's going to be out of the Bournemouth game, right? He brings on Smith Rowe. What's Smith Rowe got to do to get even 10, 15 minutes? He's bringing him on with 3.5 minutes to go,
isn't it?
What's he going to do?
Time. That's a waste of time, isn't it? Yeah.
Waste of time. Saka ended up at right back, right? Yeah, but the man was limping so much.
No, you have to remember what Ed said the other week about when players come on for 5 and 6 minutes and all that. About that, if you get on or you don't get on, depends on the money. And you can save the club money by putting the player on for 2 and 3 minutes. So maybe some of that came into play. But sometimes, and I say it with Ten Hag, sometimes I want you just to pull the trigger. Make the sub, my guy. It's not working. And because they get stubborn, because they want the team they picked to do the business, it doesn't matter. If you look at it and say, right, there's some tired legs out there, these don't look like scoring, make some changes early.
Yeah, and that's the problem with Arteta.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah, I think it's just really.
That's it, isn't it?
That's another crash course for Chelsea.
I think Bowley just bought a striker. That's why. But no,
Norman, do you see what Asher put? Jorginho.
Man got brown envelopes, mate.
He said that Jorginho give us a win. We didn't win, but that's what it feels like.
It does. Do you know what? It feels like a loss to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would you? It doesn't feel like a win to you. I think it's more about you guys were happy the way you performed, because I think the fact that loads of Arsenal fans were running their gums and saying we're going to smash you. Even Paul Merson came and said we're going to smash you and blah blah blah.
Oh, this guy. No,
but the thing is, I can't remember if I even said a score line last week on the show. But I was talking with I bumped into a Tottenham guy. I was working in a certain area in Kent, and this Tottenham guy happened to be walking down the road in his shirt, and I stopped him and said, "Looking forward to playing Sunday." And then I got into conversation, and he said, "What do you reckon the score's going to be?" I said, "Mate, I reckon it could be a Desmond." Yeah, I just thought, 2-2. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because all right, yes, we just came off the back of beating PSV 4-0, but there was something in the back of my mind that's thinking, you know what? You know when you're just overconfident? Yeah. So I thought, you know what? Just to play it down. Yeah. 2-2.
Yeah, but
we get the win, they're brilliant. You know what I'm trying to say?
You know what the funny thing is? I was going to put 2-2 in the prediction.
Yeah. You actually said it, Kofi. You said it.
Yeah, you did.
But you actually said it. But you said a Desmond, and you didn't put it in.
You didn't put it.
I can't remember who you put in. You actually said it.
Well, listen. At the end of the day, guys. At the end of the day, listen. 2-2 is possibly a fair result. As I said, it could have gone either way, but at least both teams didn't lose. It is what it is, and that kind of takes us nicely onto the prediction league table, and just to see how things are doing. So there's things are looking good for some, and for others not so good. So let's just share that now. So here we go.
Yeah, man.
Ez, Wagwan, man.
Wait.
Chelsea. I back my team, man. I pick my team the most.
He's backing his team.
I backed Chelsea 3 times in a row now.
Yeah. Don't do it, Ez. Don't do it, man.
Hey, listen, man. Gotta back the Blues, man. It is what it is, man. Through thick and thin.
There's always time to come back. I know you've been there before. There's always time.
There is time.
Yeah.
I'm going to put behind the pack. It's all right.
Yes, exactly. So it's early days. It's only 6 games in. Let's see at Christmas what this table looks like. You know what I mean? It could switch around and everything. So we'll see what it looks like.
Getting the things in already.
Wow, he's a joker. I say he's a big joker. That guy is he's a joker.
Listen, I haven't picked them all season. So there we go, man. I'm entitled to get one in. Yeah.
What did he go for? Was it Man City?
Who are they playing?
Wolves.
Oh.
But it's away. It's at Wolves. It's at Wolves, isn't it? It's at Wolves.
Okay, yeah. 3-0 sounds. Yeah, 3 is quite plausible.
I'm saving my City.
Ez is getting in there. I can see him typing away. Let's see what. Man's going for Chelsea. Man's going for Chelsea 3. He's back in his club.
Let's go the Blues.
It's the Blues. It's called the
Have
Blues.
you got
It's called the Blues. It's gone
3-1 Chelsea versus
3-1 Chelsea against.
You know
Fulham.
what? Since this West London derby could be a bit spicy, you know.
So the question is, guys, who's going to call the Tottenham game?
Ooh, who they got?
Liverpool.
Tottenham, Liverpool. Yeah, that's a hard one to call. 3-2 Liverpool.
I'm calling it, and I'm saying a draw.
Isn't it?
So are you? Is that going to be your prediction? Or
Yeah.
On this, let me say this now. On this occasion, Chile and Kof, you can call on this game. You can both pick the same game.
Yeah.
Right? If you want to, I'm allowing you that. Yeah?
But hey, because we got the strikers. Hey.
3-2 Chile. Sorry, Kofi. 3-2 Liverpool.
Ask Norman about Van der Vet.
Bro, what a defender!
Yeah.
What a defender!
You know what? Bro. You know what? I'm going for a Liverpool win, and it's going to be tight. It's going to be a 2-1.
2-1. So you're going.
Where is it? At Liverpool or at our place?
No, at your ground, mate. Kof, it's at your ground.
No, it's at the Lane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At Chile's ground.
Yeah. But I'm going 2-1 away win.
Okay, so put that
solid,
in the chat.
Solid, my guy.
Okay, so
I like that.
So, Chile, are you gonna do the reverse? What are you gonna do? What are you going for, Chile? What do you reckon?
I'll go 2-1 Tottenham.
Okay. Hey, well, put that in the chat. Make sure it's the right way round, because I don't want you to say, "Oh, actually." So when you put it in,
I'm adamant. We're going.
You're adamant.
This. Yeah,
you're adamant. So, okay, so put it in the chat now, and Chile do the same. Yeah. So actually put the actual names, so I can see. Because you can say 2-1. It could be, I don't know who you say 2-1 to. So
yeah. I'll do that.
Do that now, and I'll have to select my one in a minute. Because you've gone. D's gone for the Blue Max. Boy, let me see. Arsenal. Shall I go for an Arsenal? I might back my team this weekend. Let's see who I got. I might back my team this weekend.
Who are you guys playing?
We're away to Bournemouth.
Oh, you should back them.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna back them, but I'm just you know what I mean, the little blues and everything, you know. So, so we'll see what happens. It depends if we're gonna have players back. Because Saka could miss the game. Not too sure if we can have Declan Rice. So could be a little bit tricky. So I'll see. I'm gonna have a browse through the other fixtures, and then I'll see where we go with that. But
you know what could happen? I think that Bournemouth might surprise you. Like start early couple of goals again, and then you guys coming back into the game.
No.
That's it again like last year.
That ain't happening. That ain't happening again, bro. I'll tell you that now. It ain't happening again. So Big D, will you just do the shout out for the
So Norm, if you put it onto the screen for me, I'll put it in the bottom there. Just click it onto the screen for me. I can only get it, as you can see. It's only letting me do it. Otherwise, I can't put the whole team. But I'm going to look at, as you can see, we have Chile's guy. We have 2 guys in the 400s, which is wild.
Wow.
2 guys in the 400, and the Richard guy, he should have had 104 points, because of what he left on the bench and what he started. He should have had 104 points. So he's balling out right now.
I can see I've moved up a bit.
Me and Kofi on 350 apiece, you know, even though I outscored him this week.
You know what? A couple of my guys, Saka, who else? Isak scored. Haaland was captain. So I got some roundup
points. We have a strong Del Grady in third. With Klopp and you that, and then we go a bit further down. We have Malcolm X in Malcolm X FC. She's holding her own, Norm. She's in 12th. She's not propping it up, which is good because it's her first time ever doing it.
Okay. She was a little bit worried. She was a little bit worried.
Now she's doing all right, mate.
Yeah.
She had a solid 76 points. Anything over 50 on any given game week is you know what I mean. You're doing all right. So 76. Yeah, we had some high scorers this week.
Where's Chile?
Chile is 14th. Okay. But he scored 75 points. Oh, wow. So he had a decent week. Yeah, he had a decent week. Where's man like Ez? This is you. No, where are you, Ez?
Yeah. Ez Evo, something like that.
Yeah. Same as Ez. You're 11th with 79 points.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so we've got quite a few of us that are over that are 350 and above, and then only 2 at 400, and the rest are, in the threes. We've got everybody apart from the bottom 2 that are on 300 plus points. So yeah, it's warming up nicely, Warming up nicely. Being very competitive.
Well, thank you for that, Mr. Big D. I really appreciate that.
No worries.
Thank you to everybody in the chat for taking part in the show again tonight. Fantastic show. Thank you to Big D. Thank you to Kofi Klopp. Thank you to Ez for your financial due diligence on your club. and to Mr. Chili. Big up to you.
Chili Dog.
Chili Dog, man. Out from the cotton fields and back in the studios with us. But we don't appreciate everybody. Please hit that like button. Subscribe,
mash up the like button.
Mash up the like button as well.
Big up the man in the chat as well.
The guys in the chat, just keeping it live. We appreciate that.
Everybody in the chat. And listen, let's see what the weekend brings. What new saga? Will Chelsea win a game? Will they score a goal? I don't know what the score is. I don't know if they've scored against Brighton. I'm not too sure. I don't know if that's why.
No.
Still 0-0.
You think if Fulham win 4-0, you think Poch gets sacked on Sunday morning?
I told you. As long as we don't get relegated.
That's it. I'm sticking with him.
Because if they sack him, that makes no sense. If they sack him,
you can't.
Way too early for that.
You're going to set me off again. There's no manager out there that can do any better.
But then they bought all those players before they had the manager.
Exactly. They're club signings, not Poch signings.
It's not even his.
He's trying to work with them. Yeah, he's trying to work with them. Yeah.
Poch is happy to work with him, though. He seems.
Work with the kids, man. He's done it.
Well, let's see. Let's hope he turns it around.
Yeah.
I want him to turn it around for him, but I'm loving the fact that Chelsea are in the mud.
Yeah. So, me too. I'm not going to lie.
It's all right, man. We'll be
and
back.
To be honest, then I don't think then we will ever see that them sunglasses come out this season. Then
not this season. Not this season.
I get that.
No, once again, don't forget, if we sign big players in January, big players established, and we're still doing bad, the glasses will be back out and the leather jacket.
No. How does that Phil Collins song go? The road is long.
So many ladies. No, but listen, guys. Big up to everybody. As again, please hit that like button, subscribe and share if you're new, and we will see you on the next What's Going On podcast. Take care and God bless.